Have you ever felt like you're trying to fit into a world that just doesn't understand you? Do you find yourself grappling with your identity, wondering where you truly belong? These are questions that resonate with many of us, and as we dive into the transformative truths found in 1 Peter chapter 2, we'll discover a profound sense of purpose and belonging. Have you ever felt the sting of rejection, like you're the last one picked for the team or overlooked in a crowded room? Peter, in the spirit of encouragement, reveals a truth that surpasses any earthly acceptance. We are chosen by God and set apart for a divine purpose. Take a moment to reflect on the immense value placed upon you by the Creator of the universe. Rather than seeking approval from the world, find your worth in the one who intentionally chose you. Allow this truth to permeate your decisions, actions, and relationships, shaping a life rooted in purpose rather than fleeting acceptance. Extend this understanding to those around you. Recognize the inherent value in others, reminding them of their divine selection. Live out the reality that each person, chosen by God, contributes to the greater narrative of His redemptive story. Do you ever feel disconnected from God, as if your spiritual journey is a solitary climb? Peter paints a compelling picture of believers as living stones, forming a spiritual house. We are not isolated, but interconnected, each contributing to the collective priesthood. Dive into the significance of community within your spiritual journey. Cultivate a life of prayer, both individually and collectively, recognizing that your spiritual growth is intertwined with the growth of others. As living stones, build bridges instead of walls, fostering unity and shared spiritual responsibility within your community. See your role as a priest not as a burden, but as a privilege to connect others to God. Consider how your unique contribution enhances the spiritual house. Just as each stone in a building serves a purpose, recognize and celebrate the diversity within your spiritual community. Acknowledge that every person, with their distinct gifts and experiences, adds strength and beauty to the collective expression of faith. Have you faced injustice or mistreatment, prompting a desire for retaliation? Peter addresses the reality of suffering and encourages a response of love, reflecting the sacrificial love of Christ. When faced with injustice, resist the natural inclination to retaliate. Instead, choose love as your response. This doesn't imply passivity. Rather, it advocates standing firm in truth while extending grace and forgiveness. In a world where revenge often prevails, be a living example of Christ's transformative love, knowing that your response can be a powerful witness to those around you. Consider the power of forgiveness in breaking the chains of resentment. By responding to injustice with love, you not only reflect Christ, but also contribute to the healing and reconciliation that the world so desperately needs. Trust that, in choosing love over retaliation, you align yourself with a higher purpose that transcends personal vindication. As we navigate the complexities of identity, community, and injustice, let the truths from 1 Peter 2 become a guiding light in your life. Remember that you are not alone on this journey. The same God who chose you, set you apart, and empowered you to love others is with you every step of the way. Embrace these truths and allow them to transform your perspective, guide your actions, and bring a deep sense of purpose to your life. You are indeed a chosen people, a royal priesthood, and God's special possession. In embracing this reality, may you find joy and fulfillment in living out your divine purpose, becoming a living stone in the grand tapestry of God's redemptive story.